This is crazy. I got the okay. So today's story is about dating the narcissistic man. Now, of course, he may see this video, but who cares? You know, life is amazing. Let me move forward. Hey, Anna, what's up, mama? Let me see. Thank you, Miss Anna. Thank you. It's old. I'm digging my archives and got the hair out. Have you ever dated somebody that was narcissistic? I've been through that. And the thing is, we're going to express why is it almost difficult to date a narcissistic man. Because a lot of times they just, right. Especially in your case, Anna, because obviously you've been through that type of trauma as well. You know, I wasn't going to come on the live because I was like, you know what? I'm over it. But I realized as long as I'm trying to spread positivity, it's going to get challenged. And I'm like, you know what? Oof. So, let's talk about dating once again. So at some point, okay. Yes, you have. You Miss Anna, when I tell you it's not for the weak, it's not for the weak. And the thing about them is this control thing. They want to control you. And when you don't be able to control, they feel as though you are being disloyal or disobedient. It's like this whole energy that you feel like you're better than somebody else. And it's crazy. And it goes around to test little things out. As a person like myself, I'm aware of the narcissistic type of ways, and I'll give you a prime example. you know it's about a man. So I met this man, and I said, "Are you love bombing me?" He said everything right, but then there were red flags and stuff, and I'm aware of the red flags. Red flags are real. Red flags are something that we have to acknowledge and also aware of it. But the thing is, I had said to him, I'm job hunting, which we know I've been job hunting. I don't leave like a secret. It's not a secret. I've been job hunting. And he was like, oh, this is ridiculous how many times you keep talking about job hunting. Most people would say, just keep going. You don't have a job, but guess what? Something's going to come. But it was like, this is ridiculous. What is your problem? I'm like, why is this energy coming so dark at me? Because, I'm expressing to you what I'm going through. But when I tell you, when that made like, boom, boom, I was like, how you give him the side eye? And the thing is, then he trying to go me on WhatsApp. Now my thing is, how do you start a fight with somebody and then try to talk on WhatsApp? So now I'm reminded you don't want to see what you look like. I don't get it, but I feel like if you're trying to start a fight with somebody, you just leave them alone. And the last thing they want to do is can with you. A lot of men are exactly. So he tells me, we're gonna be together, stuff like that. He kept saying some stuff that didn't make sense. And I said, you're very narcissistic because it's like, if it's your way. I blocked him. I blocked her because I'm not going to be arguing with somebody over something that's so small. But as a good person, he already sized you out. He knows you're a good person. You won't stick to it because you're a nice person, and then he'll end up basically get back in your arms again. Not my arms, but when you're over. He knows your traits. He knows that he's done this before. You're just another person that's in the narcissistic spot. And reality is, you're going to get it. Now you can save yourself by just leaving him alone and stuff like that, but he woos you back in. And the thing that get me was I blocked him on everything, and then he kissed me back up. He started calling me on the block number. If you remember right, I said on a few days ago, I was like, how can you stop block calls? So he started calling my number block. I mean, he called like at least 16 or 17 times. Now, remind you, I just met him. I'm like, why are you going to my phone? I also believe that when people are narcissistic, a lot of girls get murdered that way. They think it's flattering because a man shows a little interest, but at the end of the day, you may end up in the bed, or should I say, underneath the bed dead. And the thing that gets me was, he didn't feel like he was wrong. In fact, he told me to apologize to him. You started the whole fight, but he told me to apologize to him. I was like, it needs a little test to see how he can get away with something. He tests you out by levels and levels and levels and levels. At some point, he's hoping you don't catch on what he's doing to you. But the reality is, he's done this before. And the thing that gets me was, let me see, as the same breath, a very, very flag narcissism when they don't walk right next to you and walk on the side ahead because they do not care for us. They are energy back. Exactly. But we didn't get that far, and we didn't get that far as meeting each other. But he got my address and stuff. I always give him my address, but I never give out the number, what apartment I'm in. So he says, I want to be with you. So he starts sending me messages on another app. I love you. I said, alrighty. We just met. How you love me? That's another trait. Narcissistic. And the thing that get me was, in his mind, it's subjective because basically he was attracted to my body. Mother's live. He was like, when he was a tits man. He liked titties. And I'm like, now the thing about me is I'm listening to everything you're saying. I'm listening to everything you're saying to me because I'm not like the little young girl that's basically so happy that you allow yourself to belittle yourself to be with me. Like, cause there are options out there, and you feel as though you could, if you got me at the right time, you could kind of take me down more levels. And the thing is, it just kept coming. And the thing was like, I'm saying, I am Victor Light, this man is not for me, make him go away. I am Victor Light, And it was like, when I'm gonna start giving in, something else will happen. It's like God was telling me, this ain't the one. Raven is not the one. You better keep moving, because it's gonna get worse. Well, I want to come and see you and stuff like that, and what we're gonna do this weekend. I said, well, let me say, I gave in. I took him on the unblock list. I unblocked him and stuff, and then he started back up again. So I said, well, maybe, you start questioning yourself. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've just been jaded. Maybe I've been hurt so bad. So maybe if I give him a chance, because we have to understand we are hurt people, and a lot of times we move off of energy that we received before. That was unfair treatment. But he was definitely the person that deserved to get away from him. And so he says, so I said, well, maybe I'm wrong. You start questioning. I think that's when you start second guessing yourself. You start doubting. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you should give him a chance. And the reality is, you're right. It's so funny how you want to be wrong so bad. Like you just want to be wrong. You just want to be overreacting. You want to be that person that basically is wrong. But you're right. It hurts when you're right because now you know you have to move forward through as far as getting rid of him. And the thing that get me was, the thing is, he told me, after hurting me, he tells me to apologize to him. I was like, apologize to you. I said, you know what you need? You need a girl that got low self-esteem, that don't know her self-worth. Then this way you could execute the whole mind game. But a person like myself that's been through the shit, it ain't gonna work with me. But the thing that gets me was, he didn't feel like he was wrong. He felt like he was totally right. He felt like everything was okay within himself. He felt as though, what is it with you? It's never his fault. It's always your fault. Remind you, he started the whole thing up. So I said, remember I was talking about Whitney Houston? I want to run to you. I said, he may see this video because he actually asked what a Ravenovah means, so he may see the video and stuff like that. And then maybe contact me. I don't know. He can't contact me. He may go in the comment section and contact me, but he can't contact me. But the thing that get me was, I blocked him again. So the thing that gets me is, I was mad at myself because I allowed myself to second guess myself. And unfortunately, that's how a lot of girls get murdered. Instead of the guy just leaving them alone, he feels as though he's entitled to you. Like you just don't have no say so. And I'm like, this is crazy. It's funny because I'm like, I'm trying to find a job. I'm going through it. And here it is. You trying to take me down more. It's enough being depressed, trying to find a job. And here it is. You coming along, trying to take me down a few more levels. It's so sad that you have to go through this. So if I'm going through something, why would you want to take me down further? But that's what he does. Because he has to break me and they rebuild me up in their character. Hey, Miss Anna. Hey, Patra. The point is power, Black Hebrew. People lust after power. Why I refuse to date them. Okay. He sounds like love bombing at the same breath. They fall in love for the same day. And the next day, exactly. When I tell you, ask myself, are you love bombing me? He says, no. But I know he's done this before. Like he's so narcissistic that this is just a pattern. He hopes you to not catch on to what he's doing, but the signs are there. And you're like, and of course, he's the victim. He's the person that didn't do anything to you. And he's always, and I'm like, I don't get it. Dating, losing. He's already gone, and I'm Miss Patrick. A lot of narcissistic men is still married to his wife, and mom never cuts off the umbilical cord. Exactly. It's just exhausting because it's like, I think the pattern is to try to find a girl that's weak in spirit, because you could take advantage of her better because she don't really love herself enough to leave. Even though you're complaining, you're upset, you don't like it, but you stay. He has a way to love bomb you to make you feel like it's your fault, or he apologize. The apology is on for a few seconds, and then the person he really is still there. It's just going to show itself once again, and then you have to leave. And the thing is, it's funny because I was so glad that I didn't get that close to him. Because one thing about dating people, the bonding method is powerful. They be bond with you. The next thing they do is pull you start in and start sucker punching you. Now you're beating you up mentally. They're beating you up physically. They're grabbing you, remind you every hit they hit you with is your fault. Why did you make me do this to you? And the thing that gets me is crazy because it's like they want you to stay there to receive more abuse. And they don't feel like it's anything they're doing wrong. They really don't see it that way. So even though you crying out loud saying, why are you doing this? So I sent them a song, Miss Anna, Miss Patrick. I sent them a song, Whitney Houston, I Want to Run to You. So I said, because that's how I felt. I was like, it's weird because I kind of feel like you're for me, but I don't feel safe with you. I feel like you're taking me down a few levels. You're hurting me left and right. It reminds you. He says to me, what does that song mean? I want to run to you. He said, I don't get it. I said, how you don't get it? It's pretty simple. He said, well, is that song for me? Or is that a song that you feel is useless in me? I was like, you know what? Forget it. Act like I didn't send it to you. Because you're so fucked up your ass, I just can't. It's so weird how they want you to stay and take the shit. My father was like that. Oh yeah. Have met assholes like that. It's tons of them, Patrick. It's crazy though. But the thing that gets me is they try to make it seem like it's your fault. They start fights and they go, why I don't understand what's the problem. I didn't do anything. And it's so weird that they think you're gonna stay. I think the thing about it, I think those are called vampires. It's like he's trying to suck the blood or the life out of you. And the thing that bothers me is, within the marginalized community we live in, why would you want to take me down further? Because they don't care. As long as it don't affect them, they do not care. It's just crazy to me. It makes being alone the best method in life because they don't care. It's like, well, why are you trying to be with me just to tear me down? But that's just my opinion. Because that's not how they see it. I didn't do anything to you. Those are some dangerous motherfuckers. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're dangerous. Because the reality is, they can hit you with a car. You hit their car. They can run you over. You run into. The thing about it is that they do not care. And it's so sad because your whole intentions is something positive, but his whole intentions is something dark and unsettling. I just don't understand. Like, what do you get out of hurting people? And then blame people. You start a fight, then blame people for the fight that you started. You're also the victim now, but you started the whole fight. Now you're the victim because you can't understand. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong to you. I'm a nice person. I'm a very nice person. A lot of people say I'm a nice person. Very Donald Trump-like. Very Donald Trump-like. The thing about it is, it's like, it's crazy to me. My dad thinks just because he buys me anything I want, he can't abuse my mental. Exactly. That's the thing I'm talking about, Anna. He wanted to win me over. I guess money, he was gonna, I don't know, I didn't ask him for money. But the thing about it was, he was basically trying to win me over for some reason I do not know. Only thing I didn't know is, I need not to take nothing from him because it's a trick. The thing that gets me is, I'm so glad I didn't meet him because there's nothing there. That's the thing that gets me. Why do you take our time to hurt people? Why is this so important to hurt somebody? And they will do it. And they will blame you for hurting you. That's crazy to me. Honey, black men are evil. We're not going to say that, Patrick, because everybody black is not bad. You just have to pick from the pickaninnies because, but it's just crazy. Because it's not everybody. You have to do your research and stuff. Unfortunately, it may be a large amount of black people or just men in general that's just mean. Because the man I was messing with, he was a Russian and he was fucked up as hell. He was Russian. He stayed in my kids, everything about me. He used to get on me about my self-esteem. He used to just jump on me about everything. And remind you, I was in the shower, he just left out and left. It's crazy. So race doesn't really have nothing to do with it. It depends on the person's soul and their spirit. If they're a good person, it'll shine through. If they're a bad person, it'll shine through. More evil than exactly. You know, it's just exhausting because it's like you're pleading for something that's just untouchable. And the thing that gets me the more so is why? They want to watch you. They want to study you. They want to see how you dress. They want to see what you look like in the morning. They want to see your hair. They want to monitor everything. How many wigs you got? How many bugs you got? Why don't you wear dresses? Why is it? It's like everything gets monitored. Remind you, he looks like shit. But he feels as though he's God's gift to the world. But he looks like shit. And even though you seem better, but just because he look good don't mean they're better. Because this guy's really nice looking and stuff. But his mental, I always ask the guy, I said, well, why don't, if you have children, why are you not with the baby mama? Like, at some point, I don't believe a woman lay down and has your baby so you can get rid of her or basically leave her. So after having your baby, why are you not with her? And then we also ask them, well, how many baby mamas you got? Hey, Miss Whitney, how are you, Mama? I agree with you, Whitney. There are a lot of white men who follow me home, and they try to never person. I understand, Miss Anna. It's just crazy to me. And the thing that gets me is like, it's so, you have to walk a straight line. It's almost like Tina Turner that went through it. He denied the whole thing. He denied everything he did. That we watched the movie about him. He beat her up. He beat up all the time, but he denied it. They say people are saying he never touched her. So she would make a whole movie that's fake. And there's always somebody that's gonna have your back on lying. That's one thing I learned in life. There will be somebody that's gonna take your back. When you just rape somebody, there's going to be somebody that's on your back. When you just beat somebody up, there's always somebody going to have your back as far as lying. They're going to lie for you. So you as a person that's a victim, you have somebody that you don't even know that's lying to you about you that wasn't even there. Well, honey, he has white. I had many bad white lovers too. Currently, he's Mexican. No Mexican men are difficult. No Mexican men are men. Okay, congratulations. It's just crazy to me because you don't have to take out time to hurt me. But they're going to do what they want to do. Unfortunately, dating is not for the weak. It's not for the weak because you're going to get all types of people. And unfortunately, it's like an interview. You're going to get everything. You're going to get the good people, the bad people, people you just stay away from, the people that's skeptical. You're going to get everything. And the thing that gets me is I'm exhausted mentally. And I'm like, I'm trying to find a job. I'm trying to move forward with my life. I'm trying to, for anything really hits the ground, I'm trying to make sure I don't hit the ground with it because I know the ground is coming. And the thing is, as a man, you expect, a man is supposed to provide and protect. But what about when a man is basically trying to tear you down and protect himself? It's just crazy to me. And I always said before, I have a great record. If they from hell, I can find them. If they just kill somebody, I can find them. I have a shit magnet on my heart. That's crazy. They come straight to me just to tear me down, beat me up mentally. I think the only reason why men haven't beat me up because I'm tall, because probably I was short, they're probably trying to wear my ass up. But he was. Some men, many men. Honestly. You're right, Patrick. It's difficult because it's like, when you're trying to move forward, there are the blockers. But I said before, when I started praying, I go on Victor Light and Victor Light. That means that everything is going to come to me that's bad. It's going to be good things. But when you're trying to do something good, remember, the bad is coming to them. It's going to get challenged. It's going to take you down. It's going to mentally tear you down with a part where you're like, I don't want to do nothing no more. The fact that, and that's how I see it as this guy. I see him as one of those people that's trying to take me down. And the more I get closer to him at that moment, at that time, is more that he gets the win, the power of destroying me.
Hello, Moto.
But why is it so important to destroy me? Who knows? But the reality is, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. But, sorry, big darling, but is your TikTok TLC good? What does that mean? Your TikTok good? Did something happen to the TikTok Patrick? It's funny because I don't even like, I'm over Instagram, I'm over TikTok. But it is what it is. I don't know. Why you ask me that, Patrick? But you meet a lot of different people and stuff, but there was off of a dating app and stuff. Your TikTok site love sending you some. No, your TikTok site love sending you something. I don't understand the message, but there's a cash app on top, if that's what you're asking. I've never heard of that. You can send somebody something to TikTok. I don't know. I don't know. But it's pretty simple. The cash app, just put the name in. Put the name is already in. You just contribute money. I don't know. Okay, but I appreciate it because Miss Whitney, she sent me something. Thank you, Miss Whitney. And she figured it out pretty simple. But for some reason, Miss Patra, she doesn't get it. But that's fine. I wore braces, and a lot of men think I'm underage. It makes me sick to my stomach. And when they try to take me out, high heel school, I go, they are very perverted. Oh yeah. Thank you, Miss Anna. Cash App is giving me nothing but promise. Okay. Well, alright, well it's okay. Don't worry about it. But the thing is, Miss Anna, Miss Patra, Miss Whitney, people gonna do what they want to do. You already know, and it's unfortunately, it's unsettling, but it's exhausting now. I just don't understand why is it that when you tell people you're in your lowest, they try to take you even lower. I don't get it. I'm obviously doing it wrong. I don't know what to tell you, Miss Patrick. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, but anyway, just forget about it. So this is the thing that gets me is, how do you ever believe that you could find somebody when everybody seems to be up to something? It's crazy. It's crazy because how do you believe that there are good people out there when there's everything up here that's to take you down? It's exhausting. I'm a romantic person that believes in love, and I'll believe in what's the people call a hopelessly romantic, and I get the big people from hell, and it's like, so anyway, so we talked a little bit. I gave in like a fool. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking, and I give him my address where I live at, but I don't give my apartment number. So he was like, well, I'll come see you, but you can't come see me. You be downstairs, you won't get in. It's crazy to me. I don't know. But I just don't get it. You know, I understand why a lot of women stay single because your mental is all you have. And you preserve your mental because people go after it to take your mental away. I always feel as though when I see people out on the street mentally broken down, I believe there was a person that was saying much and something really broke them down. Something or somebody that got really close to a job or a person took them down. I feel as though, my personal opinion, you could get taken down deep to into the bottom of the sea when you fall in love with somebody. That's when you basically take it all the way down. And I don't want to be taken all the way down. I'm trying to go up, and here you come with an anchor, trying to take me down further. And it's like, it's exhausting. It make you don't want to. And a person like me that should never be in love with nobody, should never date again. I love hard. When I say I love you, I love you. I love the I all the way to you. And the thing about it is, I love hard, which means that I hurt for days. I hurt for days. I don't just, if I decide to be with you, or if I decide to bond with you, and I'll be spending time with you, and you decide to go ghost or do some funny business, it hurts me. So after you finally do something to me, and then the next day, I'm still thinking about you. Then the next day, I'm still thinking about you. The next day, I'm still thinking about you. Now, I'm not the person that's cool, where they could just rub it off, and then you find, when I tell you I love you, I love you. I go in, I just get dogged. I go in so badly that it's almost like I'm mourning of death because I take it very personally. And I try to move forward with the pain in my heart. So even though I'm hurting, I still move forward. Even though you just broke my heart, I still move forward. And I act like everything we shared or we talked about was all a lie. I move forward. And the thing about it is, it's horrible in a world when you have to keep pushing yourself forward with a broken heart. Because you've been tricked again. We always say don't give up. Always believe there's somebody out there for you. But then when you do find somebody, you don't know. You're like, well, who sent you? Who sent you? The devil be sending you people like, oh, you're going to like this one. This one's cute. This one's tall. This one. And the thing that gets me is you fall for the beat. They be so perfectly wrapped up for you. You be like, ah. And guess what? They straight from hell. But now you have to figure out a way to get yourself out of it. Now you have to get away as far as mentally making sure you're okay. Now you have to figure a way of trying to find another way of getting out of this situation and not let it affect you too badly. If you're like me, like you just don't leave and then it goes away. It becomes mentally exhausting that you've been tricked again. All for the sake of love. And I always feel like people that's on drugs and stuff, somebody really broke them down. They broke them down so badly because they got somebody to believe them. I have to give advice, but examine what I was doing. I hate to give advice, but examine what it is that you should do. You're right, Patrick. The thing is, nobody really knows the time, the day, or the hour or something when love is going to come into your life. You don't know. You never know. You could be in a laundromat, you could be on a bus, it could be anywhere. You never know exactly where love comes in your life. You also have to have an open heart. That's why I popped the balloon. And I believe that so many people that's been in love and stuff, they've been through it. They don't give up, but reality is there's a piece of them that's not really into it anymore, and there's a piece of them that's very much into it. But it is exhausting. And then you have to try to find a job, try to be mindful. Everything is going great. Everything is wonderful. In reality, it's not. In reality, it's not. It's just crazy to me. And we move forward. We move forward and stuff. No matter how bad it gets, and we move forward. And you would think that within a marginalized community, there will be more acceptance and more person has your back. Hey, Eshaw, what's up, mama? I'd rather than me. Exactly. So true. I feel every part of it. Hey, AG, what's up? And that's the thing about it. It's so difficult because you have to keep moving forward. And the people you thought they're going to have your back to make sure you don't hit the ground, they push you down to the ground. They take you by your head and they pull you down. And it's like, why? The way the world is like about now, you should be more humble and compassionate. But a narcissistic person don't see that. They're like, well, I didn't do nothing to you. Now they could have just tore your whole world upside down, but they don't see it that way. In fact, they feel as though you should apologize to them for you to say that statement about them hurting you. It's just crazy to me. It's really crazy because, I don't know, it's tiresome, mentally, it's exhausting. And then you have, the thing that gets me the most is you have to try to push yourself to move forward. And trust me, moving forward is a not for the weak. When you're hurting, it is not for the weak to try to act like everything is fine. And it's not fine. Then you have to move forward. Then you try to share with your friends. A lot of times they don't want to talk to you. It's like, what did you think was going to happen? Because now all of a sudden you consider dumb. And it's like, I don't know. But, I don't know. The thing that gets me is, why is it so important to tear me down? Like, why would you go to any limb to tear somebody down? I just don't get it. I do not understand how is that so important. And which is crazy for me to say it, because I'm like singing something somebody don't. You ever meet somebody that just don't care? They're like, okay. Like they don't, you just speak another language to them. They don't care. You tell the people that's been hurt, but if they don't care, you can't say nothing because they don't care. You're just wasting your breath. It's just the only time they care is when they get hurt. Then all of a sudden now, oh my God, the world is going down, everything's bad. But remind you, they're gonna pull themselves back up. Because somewhere along the line, they're gonna blame you and get stressed off of blaming you off of something they did to you, and then all of a sudden become strong. Evil never good. Evil never needs a good reason. Exactly, Patrick. That's the thing about it. It don't. And the thing is, you ever look at somebody on a camera and you looking at them like, are you my friend or are you out to destroy me? And it's so sad when you meet I remember once upon a time when you meet somebody where I'm wrong. I remember once upon a time you be so glad you met somebody, you want to celebrate it. Or I met somebody, or I can't wait to wear this outfit so he looks like, does he like it? Or I like to wear this wig for him. I want to win him over and stuff like that. In reality, because you're so happy that he thinks you're beautiful, he thinks you're perfect for him, and he wants to celebrate you in your life. I miss those days. He wants to take you out, he wants to show you off to the world. But these men these days, they want to take you down a few levels. They have to break you down, and rebuild you back up in their image. And that means no talk back, no self-esteem, no self-worth. And somewhere along the line, he's going to be the victim. He's the victim. And the funny thing about it, which is never funny, it's always some ugly bitch that think he the hot shit. I've never saw a person that's beautiful after they hurt somebody remain beautiful. If you're wicked, I don't see you as beautiful. If you're evil as hell, I don't see you as beautiful. If you're wicked, I don't see you as beautiful. Because if you're evil, you don't wipe all that goodness I thought about you away. You wiped it all away. And the thing about it that gets me is they don't care. I think if you're a caring person and stuff that really care about people, I think it hurts you more because you have a good heart. And one thing I learned that people look for people with good hearts and they take it and just pop it. And they shouldn't do that, but I feel as though a lot of times it's best to stay alone because you're not going to hurt yourself, but you could know how to get the hell away. I took exactly, AG. You have to get away, AG, because when you get to believe, the next you know you get hurt. Honey, I've been deceived. By many fights. You're not going. You're right. You're right, Patrick. But the thing is, I know I'm not the only one. It's a statement for everybody. But the sad part about it is, it's real. You know, and it's comparing apples, and how it's been distributed out. But the reality is, it's crazy. It's crazy. And also, it makes you don't want to do nothing. It could also make it takes your self-esteem down where you feel like, why bother? Why bother? And then you have to push yourself past the why bother. Don't give up love. Someone. See, that's the thing, Patrick. That's how I end up in that situation. Because they say, don't give up. But reality is, every time you show up, a demonic force to show up too. And it's going to come in a pattern that's wrapped so perfectly and beautiful and charming and warm, and everything about it is dark. So now you have to get yourself past what you thought, past what you was hoping for, past what you believed in, past the fact that they lied to you, past the fact that it was all a trick, past the fact that you're trying to move forward with your life, past the fact that you're trying to find a job, past the fact that you're trying to make sure your rent is paid. You have to put past all that from this one person. This one person that made you believe that they was the one that could be your best friend, my partner, and it was all a trick. It was all a trick. It's the thing that gets me. It's like, but why? And you can't even ask them why because they don't care. Like this, it's not a cap, but it's they really don't care. They're like, oh, I ain't doing, but nobody did nothing here. And it's weird because it's like, you really don't care. Like it's not a flex. You really don't care. It's like, no, I don't. You want me to care though, but I don't. You be like, but why would you tell me one thing if you want to do this to me? I ain't do nothing to you. But you lied. I ain't lied to you. When did I lie? Now we want to do this game how you want me to repeat what you said. You said that you want to build with me, you want to grow with me, and I do want to do that. But you're lying. No, I don't understand why you say I'm lying. Now it's the mind game. Now you want to play the mind game. I didn't say that to you. That's what you probably heard. That's what you wanted to hear, but I didn't say that to you. But why are you doing all this? What am I doing what? I ain't doing nothing to you. Why you think I'm trying to do something? Then you have to go. And everything is running your mind is why is it that I allow myself to believe you when it was all a trick? That's always a risk. I hate to say, but brothers are full of shit. While I leave this as alone. I refuse to. Exactly, AG. I mean, Patrick too. And Anna. But it's also exhausting. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. My last husband did this too. I was in hell. You're right. Moving on with all that pain. Still gagging, raging inside of you and not for the. Exactly, Miss Whitney. And the thing is, it's the mind game. They want to play a mind game to see how far they can take you down. And the funny thing is, you just one of the ones alive because they've mastered it so good that you're just another body in the line, the body of line of getting hurt. How long is you going to stay until I take you down further? And they don't feel like they're wrong. You're just another person that somebody that he lied to you. Hey, beautiful, just give me a chance. I'm not like other guys. I promise you, I'll give you all the love you want, all the trick. You let your guard down, and all of a sudden you're getting fucked. And remind you, he's going to deny it. The mind game. The more mind game. But why? Ain't nobody doing nothing to you. But why would you say you want me to be with me if you really didn't? I do want to be with you. Now is the mind game. Then they start a fight. Well, you'll say, I'm trying to find a job. Here we gotta hear this again. if you don't want to hear it, you don't have to say nothing back. But he was like, we got to execute. This is ridiculous. I'm like, you're my support system, so I can't vent to you to blame me for not having a job. And then when I say something back like I can't believe, then all of a sudden you're the victim again. It's always the person that you just attacked. That's the person that's attacking you. Oh my God, this is my ear. Examining Cash App again. Getting this shit. My only bit of change is stuff. It was on the app. I never met these people. I was on a dating app, and unfortunately, you're on a dating app, buyer beware. You're going to give me crazy, schizophrenia, bipolar, need to be in the hospital, need to be in jail, need to be somewhere else, but they're online looking for a victim. And unfortunately, most men know how to feed the women because they already know that women want a certain thing. It's pretty simple. She wants a man that's faithful, her best friend, her lover, her partner, that's going to help her along the way, provider, and basically somebody she can find into. He knows the story. So he knows how to work you. Because most girls got the same story. She's singing the same song, just a different body singing it. So he could be narcissistic about it. The plan is already, it's like the plan is already can be set up because the other girls done said the same thing. So you want somebody to love you, you already know. I know what you want. I'm gonna sing this song to you. I'll be a provider. I'll be a protector. I'll take care of you. I'll help you with your bills. I'll help you. He already know the story. What you want? You want to buy you something? He knows the story. And guess what? He gets to use it against you because so many girls have said the same story to him before. So he could work his magic on you mentally. And then he'll start saying things to see how far he could take you down. Well, I don't like this on you. Contact me to let me know what color hair you're gonna have. Contact me to let me know if it's what I want you to wear. He becomes very controlling. And now all of a sudden now he's training you to see how much self-esteem you have. Because if you rebel, he's the victim. He's the victim. He's the victim all the time. He can do anything, he can never do nothing wrong but tear you down. And the fact that you're trying to get away, you feel like, oh well, you wasn't really down for it, you wasn't really serious. I can't say nothing to you. Every time I say something to you, you hang up on me. If I'm hanging up on you, that means you're saying something that's really bad to me. But he's the victim. Well, how's somebody supposed to be with you if you just always hang up? Then stop starting fights with people. You don't have to start fights. I'm just trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to be lovable to you. But you're not. I am. That's how you see it. You be like, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. It's crazy to me. But, I don't know. I believe, like I said before, dating is not for the weak. He's perfect in his mindset because he has so many, exactly, AG. And the thing about it is, he's done it before. You're just another body. Most girls says the same thing over and over and over, and then it depends on how strong she is or how weak she is. And that's how he determines whether you're going to stay or not. If you're too feisty or you're saying stuff back, he knows at a certain point you're going to leave because you're fighting back. You're disobedient. He can't stay a victim and send me donation when he's at it. Exactly. Why us girls must be exactly, Patrick. But the thing is, it's just crazy to me because I don't know. But I knew when I'm trying to put that positivity I'm gonna get challenged. The thing is, if you're trying to be a positive person, it's gonna get challenged. When I say that means that these gonna start coming after you that wants to tear your strength down. It wants to make you weak, mentally broken, don't want to live anymore, just giving up on life, don't want to fight for anything, don't believe in dreams. They break you down. And the thing is, when you become strong is when you start seeing things and you know your self-worth. Knowing your self-worth is so powerful because it avoids a lot of pain. Sometimes you have to fight for yourself when you don't feel like fighting. But I don't know. All I know is I just keep moving forward. No matter how dark it gets, I push through. I know within myself I should never date anybody because I love too hard and people love too less. And it's difficult. It's difficult. And you don't need everybody in the world to abuse you. We know abuse exists. We don't need everybody to abuse you. In this world, we get it. We know people get abused, and we get it. But why do people feel as though they have to make time to abuse you? Like, why is that so important to you? And the thing that gets me is, it sounds crazy for me to talk about it because a narcissistic man will never understand this conversation. It's going to make it seem like I'm crazy. Because he don't care. Exactly, AG. I love hard too. But when you love hard, that means a person, they already know that you love hard. That's why it's easier for them to attack you. Because the one thing about you, by you loving so hard, you keep trying to see the greater good. You're going to try to see something about them that maybe that's good, or maybe you feel as though that you're just overreacting, or maybe you're not giving them a chance, you're not being fair, you start blaming yourself. That the thing about it is that you're right, but you want to be wrong so bad that you decide you're gonna ignore the red flags and stuff, and it's exhausting. You be sitting around hurt exactly, acting like they don't see exactly, and remind you, AG, they're gonna blame you. It's your. I don't understand why you're acting this way. Nobody did nothing to you, so what's the problem? And you like, why? Why what? Ain't nobody did nothing to you. Did the mind game. You just be acting funny. I guess you're on them hormones or something. Okay. You're the victim. You must be on hormones and stuff. Your hormones are acting up and stuff. So I don't understand why you keep giving this energy to me. And you're like, how my hormones are acting up when you constantly saying things to me that's upsetting? Oh my God, ain't nobody saying nothing. I can't say nothing to you. I can't say nothing to you without you getting upset. And you're like, you can say anything to me, but why you have to say mean things to me? Ain't nobody did nothing to you. Okay. You ever get exhausted from the Phineas? You say, okay, whatever. You just take it. Okay, okay, whatever. Because you're so exhausted for asking for somebody to treat you right. In Texas, my ex-lover decided to attack me, him, and his friend for some reason. Groups of trans women were around and fell on these niggas and rescued me. Why? You must. Yeah, that's true, AG. Patrick. But the girls, okay, the girls, I agree, but the girls are gonna do what the girls gonna do. Sometimes girls are narcissistic too, man. They're not exempt because narcissistic does not have a title. It could be women, it could be men. But this subject today is about a man doing. Then they say, what's wrong with you? Exactly. Why are you sitting like that? Exactly. It's crazy. And it's so real because it's like, I just feel like when it comes to dating, you have to basically just, if you like me, you have to sit it out. I think when the right person comes along, you're not gonna know because you've been beat down so bad mentally that you feel safe where everybody just to leave you alone. You just want to be left alone because it's like it's crazy. You be like, I just rather be left alone, stay in my house, get my own food, just stay there, buy my own liquor or whatever I'm into, or your weed or whatever you're into, and just stay to myself. Because my sanity is more important than this misery. And the thing about it is, you are in charge of the fact that they are in your life hurting you. Don't let them beat you down mentally so much that you're not in charge of the fact that they're there. They're there because of you. You're in charge of this. And don't let them take you so far away from yourself that you lose yourself. I really believe a lot of people that's on drugs has been broken down mentally so badly. They just don't see the light. It reminds me of this girl who was a two-spirit woman, and she had she was passable and stuff. I told this story before. She was very passable, very beautiful and stuff, and she was a two-spirit woman, and she was dating this guy. And as a woman, she wanted to keep it a secret, but a man wants what a man wants. In reality is, set in front of his door at the truth. If that's what you are, and you want to be with him, tell him from the door the truth. But she didn't tell him the truth. So she pulled herself into this tunnel of deceit. And then after that, he asked her for some sex. Of course that's going to happen eventually. He's going to ask for some sex. He just don't want to lay next to you every day and just, look at you. He's going to want to have a connection, a transaction. And I'm sure she was transacting with him. She was going down with him and stuff like that. But a man that's laying with somebody like you, there will be somebody that's going to tell him something. He's going to question you when he see you. It's kind of like that Secret Society movie. And she was up there and everything, and he asked her for some cootie game. And she said no. Then he said, well, is you a woman or you not a woman? So I think she told him the truth. What she should have did from the door, in my opinion, she should have done that before the weeks going by, being with him all the time, bonding with him and stuff like that. In my opinion. And then now remind you, I'm trying to stay focused because it has worked for some people. Some girls have tricked men and actually in a relationship with men. But hey, you mean, but with her didn't work. He was a nice looking man. She was a beautiful woman. He wanted to consent to sex and have sex with her. Then she told him the truth. And then after telling him the truth, he was like, you already know how the story goes, I'm not gay and stuff like that. So he starts freaking out and stuff. So at that point, she died inside. So we would do shows and stuff, and every song would be Aaliyah, the one I gave my heart to, break my heart so bad. She didn't want to be here no more. She already had died mentally. She just didn't die physically. But reality was, she was already dead. And the thing that gets me was, she was a beautiful girl, and she just spiraled down. She started doing drugs and stuff like that. She just started going. The thing about it is, you may not like how you got in here, but if you want to build something with somebody, you never build something on the line, in my opinion. So she decided to have an unsafe sex. She didn't care no more. She wanted to die, basically, in my opinion, but she was on drugs. And she didn't care no more. She didn't want to let him know. She made him her everything. She made him her in all or everything. Oh, thank you, Miss Yumi. So, she made him, okay. She made him her everything. And after that, we would do shows together, but she was broken. She would come to when we was working and stuff, she would come there and she would just she'd be performing and stuff, and she was broken. And I would ask her, why would she be with somebody and lie to him? But, it's hard to talk to somebody when they're on drugs and stuff. When they're on drugs and stuff, it's difficult to talk to them because they're no longer here. You get to talk to the drug, but you don't get to talk to the person. But reality is, so she was very beautiful. She was wearing that her real hair and a ponytail and stuff. And I was trying to talk to her and stuff, but I couldn't reach her. She started doing these, what's this thing called? The little white pills. They call something she tried to get me to use it. I said, oh, listen, I'm already fucked up. I don't need anybody help me. But she would use these drugs. She said it would help her. Ecstasy. She would use that and stuff. And the thing that get me was, I kept trying to talk to her. I tried to reach her and stuff mentally, but I couldn't reach her because she was already gone. And then she started being reckless, and then by that one man hurting her so badly, she started having unsafe sex with people, and she gave this guy AIDS. And I found out she gave him AIDS, allegedly. That's his story. Because he came to me and asked me why didn't I tell him that she had AIDS. I said, first of all, I don't know people's business. I don't walk around saying, oh, you got AIDS, girl. That's not my story. I have to make sure I'm clean. But the reason I found out she died is from the guy that she allegedly affected. And it's always from the fact that she did not tell the man the truth. She could have told him the truth. She could have told him the truth about who she was or what she was. She didn't do that. Then all of a sudden now, she's dead. She's dead. Beautiful girl. Beautiful. But this one guy that she wanted, that denied her, she's now pushing her road. That's the thing about it. You never know what people are going through, what they went through and stuff like that, but I can't make somebody do the right thing by my words. People going to do what they want to do. They're grown. But reality is, she been dead a long time ago. I bet you don't even know she did. I don't deal with narcissistic. There's no, exactly, Miss Patrick. He may have given, exactly. Trump is narcissistic. You know what you mean. At the same breath, we will never have peace with the man. He's always wants to pray. I don't know, Miss Anna. See, we have to be mindful of what we're saying. We can't make it a blanket statement like every man. It's not every man. There's so many men. I understand that part especially, but it's not every man in the world is not bad. We can't create this whole narrative that every man is, because there's really some good men out there. Now, when we find them, it's another story. But reality is, there's some really good people in the world. We can't paint everybody with one paintbrush and say, this is how it goes. Everybody. It's just the interviewing process is mentally exhausting. It's exhausting. If you can't do it, just don't do it. If you don't play by the rules, he treats you bad. Exactly. But see, that's the thing about it. You are in charge of how long he can stay. You're in charge of your body. You're in charge of him being there. You are in charge of the reason why he's there. You are in charge. It's all could go away. All you have to do is say no more and stop it. You are in charge of everything. You're in charge of everything he's bringing to you. You're in charge of him hurting you. You're in charge of it. Because all you have to do is leave. Just pray on it, but you gotta go. There is not a light for this tunnel. You have to understand what he's bringing to you. If it's hurting your spirit, hurting your soul, your livelihood, you gotta go. You gotta save yourself. And unfortunately, a lot of times, if you're a good person, you're given the benefit of the doubt. Well, maybe I just been hurt so bad. Maybe if I give you a chance, maybe it's me. Maybe I need to just rethink things. Maybe I look at things. Look, you start blaming yourself. But a narcissistic person will never blame themselves. It's always gonna be you. What did I do? What I do now? Oh, I can't never do nothing right. And the thing is, you get it. Anyway, I just wish it wasn't that way because a lot of us are suffering. But you know, there's good and evil in the world. And it's so funny because I was maybe they kept saying Sierra was the man. Now she done pushed out babies. You don't hear them more. This world is something else. There are women out here that look a little masculine. They say that's a man. It's just crazy. It's crazy. And unfortunately, it's very much active within the black community of shooting each other down. In reality, we should be celebrating people instead of putting them down. But unfortunately, in the black community, we just do a lot of things to each other, which is not fair, but we do. You know, we shouldn't do it, but anyway. I'm just giving you an idea. If you meet somebody narcissistic, you ain't gonna win this one. If you got a good heart, you got a beautiful spirit, you ain't gonna win this one. Because he's been down the rodeo so many times of hurting people. He's just gonna sit back and watch and wait until you finally give in so he can return to finish the assignment. He's not gonna give you what you want. But that's a narcissistic one. Now, if you find a good man and then he turned narcissistic, you just gotta be prepared. Because when you are dealing with another gender, you have to be prepared for everything that comes with it. And a lot of it you're not gonna like. You're not gonna like it. My sister done obsess her. You can't. Yeah, you're right, AG. But you can win, AG. But the thing is, you just have to be in charge of getting in front of people before they hurt you. You keep your ears open, you keep your eyes open, and you just hear everything. Just because, well, the one thing about an AG I learned, when they're cute, it is a distraction. I'll say it again. When they're cute, it is a distraction. And if they come too much perfectly, like, oh my God, I can't believe I got you. Like, you're so fine. I'll never think I could get God like you. Remember, the devil sends you people too. The devil knows exactly what you want. The devil knows, they know exactly what will make you feel good. And the thing is, you have to think that there are good and evil in the world. But remember, the devil hear prayers too. And they too good to be true, you need to go, That's when the mouth closes and the brain opens up. Like, you too good to be true. Something's not right. Now, you don't look for things like to pick a fight, but you just start listening more. You get more quiet, and then you start really listening. Not trying to pick a fight, but just makes you listen. When they say some things that's too familiar, as being breaking your spirit, your whole, because your spirit is not going to lie to you. So when you get these little inklings of things that hurting your soul and your spirit, you know you gotta go. You probably don't want to because he fine as hell. You never met a guy like this. Guy that got money, got height, got body, cars. He's everything that's perfect for you. But everything that he has for you is not good for you. And the thing is that you just have to be mindful when you have to leave. Remember, he cannot hurt you if you're not there. He can't hurt you. So you're in charge of your pain. And sometimes if you don't stick around, that you become bonded. The bonding method is the worst. When you're bonding with somebody, it becomes harder and harder to leave. Exactly, AG. Raven done found someone. Raven done found someone dressed up. I'm not dressed up, you mean you're funny. No, I'm no. You mean I appreciate the offer, but no. I met somebody that's narcissistic. That's why I did this video, narcissistic. He wants to be with me, but then again, mothers live. So I'm just letting you know, because a lot of girls may not know, or guys may not really understand how they work. So when I'm giving you a little idea of the triggers and the thing that you have to be mindful, because your mind is all you got. And the thing about it with them people who are narcissistic, they already been there before, so they know how to work you. They use little test questions and say little things to watch how you react. Everything about you doing, if you're a person that's a good person, a good spirit, you are a target. You have a good heart, you are empath, that you care about people, you are a target. Now you may not like it because you feel like I'm in my all, but you're a target. But giving is hard. Everything wants you. Exactly. But going is so hard. Everything you describe is true. 6 years. Just walk. See, that's the thing of AG. You just have to find strength and start pulling yourself away. It's not easy. Just because somebody tell you don't mean you're gonna do it that way. The thing about it is when you get little tools, you use little tools to help you get away. It don't go like that. Just because somebody told you, then abracadabra, you gone. It's a process. You need tools to help you through that stair step. You need tools to learn how to look for. You need tools for your escape. Because people could tell you a lot of things. I had my friend tell me my face was scratched all up, and I was fighting the guy I was dating at the time, and my friend said, "What happened to your face?" And it was a guy man. I said, I had a family boyfriend. He said, "It's time for you to leave." I said, "It ain't that bad." He said, "It's that bad. Your face is sitting up there scarred up and stuff, and you saying it's not that bad." Because the thing about it is, when you love someone and you don't love yourself, you are a target. Somewhere along the line, you're going to blame yourself for this. Or somewhere along the line, you're going to find a way to blame yourself and become his lawyer against you. I'll say it again. You will become his lawyer against you. And the sad part about it is an emotional, hard pain. But remember one thing, you are in charge of your pain, and also your heart, your soul, your kidneys, your body, and everything. You know, when you could break something like give you a heart attack, so you have to be in charge of your body. And sometimes you need to go. But you use tools to get away, because it just don't go away. And this might tell you, it's tools to go. They literally want you to, exactly. They literally want you, but want you to share them. I don't know what that means. My uncle wanted to control dating. He wanted to date a white man or Latino. He's very racist. Okay. I become that target. Yeah. But see, the thing about it is you're a human being, and we're not perfect people, so we are human. But if you are an empath, that means you care about other people. You're a target. Because you got a good heart. And your heart is so good and pure and wonderful and nurturing and care about people. They love you because they want to take you down. You just have enough sense to recognize what they're doing and leave. A lot of times you don't want to leave, but the best message or the best method to the madness is you gotta go. You have to use tools to get away, but at the end of the day, you gotta start leaving. A narcissistic wants more than exactly. They usually do have that. But the thing is, it's all about control. It's all about control. And if he can control you, that's half the fight. Anyway, I just wanted to share that part with you and stuff, and I've been through that, me, and And the sad part about it is, I'll get hurt, and I'm gonna get hurt again. As long as I don't give up, I'm gonna get hurt again. Now, do I want to get hurt? Absolutely not. But to take a chance with anything in life, there's a possibility of you being hurt. Even with job interviews, stuff like that. As long as you take a chance to go for a job, there is a possibility that you're going to get hurt. You just can't take it personally. You just can't stay there. You just have to keep moving on. And that's the thing about it. You have to move on. You may not like it, but you got to. You got to save yourself. Anyway, because if you have a heart attack, stuff like that, you can't move around, you in a coma and stuff like that, you going through it and stuff, they don't care about you. There's so many people that's on the deathbed that's dying right now. Ain't nobody even around to even care about you. They give you the hardest way to go in life. They treat you like shit. Anyway, I just wanted to share it with you and stuff, and make sure you protect your spirit. Okay, Miss AG, Miss Petra, Miss Whitney, Miss Yumi, Miss Petra, Miss Anna, AG, Miss Whitney, Miss Esham. Anyway, remember, Miss Esham. Miss Whitney, Miss Tammy. Is that Miss Tammy? That's it. Miss Tammy, Miss Anna. Okay. But just keep in mind, you are in charge while they're here. You're in charge while they're there. And remember, anytime you go over to see victim, you are in charge of the reason why they're there. You are in charge of that. Don't let them make you lose focus. They get upset when you block them, but I believe the block button was created for a reason. Unfortunately, it was created to get rid of people that really don't have your back. Anyway, I love you all. Protect your spirit. Like I said before, I invict the light. We invict the light. All greatness, things come our way. We invict the light. Have a blessed day.